I'm just doing little bit of a mining episode. It's nothing. It's not gonna be that long. I'm just mining for a little bit. At some time of the day, we're gonna do some mining. The only thing I don't like about broadcasting is that the screen is like it gets small. But yeah, I had started going mining, and I was like, yeah, you know what? Let me live stream. Why not? So, nice little special treat for anyone who's out there watching. You know, I felt bad for not posting the other day, so I'm posting right now. Actually, my other broadcast I did last night is already up, which I really don't understand how that one was up so fast, because usually it takes like a half a day for it to upload, so I'm actually not too upset about that. This is like the earliest I've broadcasted for you guys. I was gonna be like so confused. So I can look it up, I don't care. Hold on guys, I gotta look something up. One second guys. Cuomo. Is Cuomo on today? My mom likes to watch. Cuomo. Yeah, that's what it says.
What the hell? Oh no.
Oh no, 11:30. Alright, so I'll get off at 11:30. Alright guys, so it'll be a 30-minute mind stream. That's what I want to call it, mind stream. 30-minute mind stream. 2, 3. There's not gonna be anything here. There was something there. What are the chances? So for this little mind stream, that's what I'm calling them. I wanted to talk about like my interests and stuff, because free torso. So I don't know. I feel like maybe I can get more people to relate to me. What do I like? Well, personally, I like to watch basketball. I like to play basketball. Basketball is like I would say it's like a defining aspect of my life, I guess. Because it's like one of my favorite pastimes to do. And I feel like I don't know, maybe like next thing you know, someone else who watches my videos likes Minecraft basketball too, and then we can have a nice talk about it in the comments or something. Before you were like, well, I don't know if this kid likes basketball, I don't want to watch his content if he doesn't like basketball. Well, yeah, I like basketball. If you don't want to watch my content because I like basketball, you should just watch it anyways. It's good content, quality mining content. I think another interest of mine is cars. I really like cars. I like muscle cars predominantly, such as 69, 67 Mustang, two of my favorite cars, and the new 2020 Mustang is nice. I really like it. Now, many people say it looks very similar to the older models, but they're not true car fans, so they really don't know. Yes, it obviously, but like every car looks like its previous model, unless you're changing from decade to decade, because that's just how it is. It's it's different. Oh man, this gravel is so annoying. Oh no, there's so much gravel. I don't have a spoon. I need my spoon. I know I'm mining it with an iron pickaxe. I'm just too lazy to mine with anything else. No. This is what I get for being lazy. Oh, anyways, yeah. So, I guess going back to like more of like a sports topic, I used to play Little League baseball. I used to play Little League soccer. I did flag football. Never did like any other like sports besides that. I like, you know, I didn't get into basketball until like freshman year in high school because like really I was and I still am like really bad at it. So, you know, there's that. But I do enjoy watching it. I'm a Knicks fan all the way. Listen, man, we're rebuilding. Oh my God, there's so much gravel here. I mean, I can't believe at one point we had Derrick Rose. Like, it still seems, because I started watching it like the Derrick Rose, Jeremy Lin era. That's when I first started like watching. It wasn't because like I, you know, thought they were like superstars and that's why I watched them. But that's when I just started watching the Knicks. Yeah, I'm not doing the freaking thing. I can't deal with this gravel right now. I used to watch baseball. I used to be like a really big Yankee fan. But I don't know. It's just, don't get me wrong. I love baseball. Baseball will always be in my heart and will always be in my family. It's just that like baseball gets really, really boring sometimes. But no, I understand you can make a rebuttal and say basketball is really boring too. But I just feel like when watching basketball, it's like so much more exciting. Especially, like, yeah, I guess you can compare like a home run to a slam dunk and stuff like that. But it's just like someone like going on a fast break down the court, jumping up and slamming it down. I mean, there's nothing better than that, in my personal opinion. Your views might differ from my views, and I completely understand how you can see baseball as, you know, much better than basketball. I don't personally agree with that, but it's everybody has their different opinions on things. Football's football to me. I don't know. It's a bunch of guys running into each other. Like, it's not my least favorite sport. I don't really have like a least favorite sport. I really like all sports. Particularly, actually, besides basketball, I would say volleyball is like my second favorite sport. Even though I don't play it that much, I really do like volleyball. Just because of like, it's partly I'm 6'1", so I'm not saying like I'm crazy tall, but like when we used to play in gym class, like I just got my growth spurt recently, like my end of my senior year, or sorry, beginning of my senior year, and it's just like the fact that like you could just jump up and spike it. Like, I just love that aspect. Like, to me, that's fun. I don't know if you guys might feel different, but I feel like volleyball is a fun sport because it's just like, it's competitive, but at the same time, like, you just go to a beach and go play it. I mean, basketball, like baseball, you need like a bunch of people to play baseball. I mean, yeah, you could just use 2 people, but then you gotta freaking go running at the ball. That's so annoying. Like basketball, you can 1, play by yourself. 2, you can play with like 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, 5 people, 6 people, 10 people. You know, it's a wide range of people. I'm using my Silky. So I'm gonna name my pickaxe Silky. Oh, sweet. I actually didn't really want to strip mine today, because like I said, I have Silky. So I'm glad I found. Oh, wow. So hopefully this is a nice cave. Yeah. I would say favorite sport as of right now is basketball. Favorite player? I don't know. There are a lot of, like, if we're talking all time. Okay. Well, Porzingis is my favorite player because like I said, I'm a Knicks fan. So when I first watched the Knicks, he was a rookie. He was like, the first time I saw him play, obviously he was a rookie. As per pretty much everybody who plays for the first time, they're a rookie. But when I saw him, I just liked his play style. I liked how he was a big man and he can shoot a 3. He won the skills competition in his rookie year. Like, that's amazing. Like he's a big man, and he won the skills competition, and that was 3 or 4 years ago. So considering that, like, yes, 3-point shooting has always been, oh, whoa, 3-point shooting has always been, like, you know, there. Steph Curry really pronounced it, plus Ray Allen, and just the fact that, you know, this big man, Porzingis is, I want to say 7'3" or 7'3", I think. I mean, I don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure he's up there. So the fact that this 7'3", again, don't quote me, 7'3" big man is coming in, winning the skills competition is just amazing. And then, you know, I'm not trying to like meat ride on Porzingis or anything, but he's just, I feel like Porzingis deserves more credit than he's been given in the past few years. I mean, yes, he is, I would say he's an all-star, you know, and if he didn't have that injury, I think he would still be on the Knicks, and I honestly think the Mavs are a good fit for him. Would I love him to be on the Knicks right now? Yes, I would love it, because, you know, I'm a Knicks fan, I'm not a Mavs fan, but I think did the Knicks get what they needed out of the trade with the Mavericks? No, not at all. I feel like that was, I mean, Dennis Smith Jr. is a great inside scorer, and DeAndre, he played 1 year with the Knicks, and then they traded it to the Nets. I don't even know who they got from the Nets for DeAndre, and it's just like it doesn't make sense that you're gonna trade away, I don't know. And then they traded away Tim Hardaway Jr., which I didn't really like him. He was very much of a ball hog. I felt as though. I feel like, I mean, I'm not trying to, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure his assist total were low. Because there's no way. I remember watching him and just thinking that, like, dang, this dude don't pass the ball for, you know, Alfred Payton. He's the Knicks' new point guard. I don't know what position Tim Hardaway. Like, I really just started following the Knicks recently. If you're wondering why I'm strip mining, it's because that other cave was already explored. But Alfred Payton, he's a good player. I like his play style and everything. I appreciate what he does for the Knicks. And, you know, going on to, like, my second favorite player, Shaq. There's, like, it's undeniably Shaq. I feel like he is one of the greatest. He is the greatest center of all time. There's no, I mean, you can make an argument with Wilt Chamberlain, but I would say he's more of a power forward than a center. And it's just like Shaq is just such an amazing guy. You know, he once said in an interview that he wanted to beat the superstar teams. You know, instead of joining, you know, like, let's say right now, like, if Shaq was in the NBA, he wouldn't want to join the Golden State Warriors. He would want to, like, join, like, a team such as, this is an example, I'm not, you know, again, I'm a Knicks fan, but he would want to join, like, the Knicks so he could bring the team to victory and beat the Golden State Warriors on a team that he thinks is kind of, you know, lacking, which honestly I feel it's kind of disrespectful to the team that he's playing on, because he's basically saying, like, that they're not good enough. But at the same time, I mean, it's understandable where he's coming from in the aspect of, like, he thinks that he is a good enough player to help bring a team to a victory, and that's, like, such a good mentality to have as a player. Because if you have the mentality that you could be the best player on a team and you can lead them to, like, a championship, that's amazing. I don't know. I like Shaq. And then if we're going third is hard because there are many great players in the NBA. And I never really watched the NBA until, like I said, the D Rose on the Knicks and Jeremy Lin on the Knicks era. So I knew about basketball, obviously, but if I had to pick a player that I knew before, like, I even watched basketball or even played basketball, it has to be Jordan, because, you know, he has his own shoe and everything like that, and it's just like, as a kid, the only pair of shoe I want is a Jordan, you know, because, well, I wouldn't say as a kid, but more as like a teenager. I always want a Jordan, and it's just like, I don't even watch or play basketball, but I know about this shoe, and I know it's popular, and I'm not just going off of this shoe. You know, Space Jam, I saw Space Jam, and it's just like, there are many. Michael Jordan is a very well-known player because he is one of the greatest basketball players ever. But Michael Jordan, despite him, like I said, being one of the greatest basketball players, what the hell? Ever, I wouldn't say he's the greatest of all time. I wouldn't say LeBron is, I wouldn't say Kobe is. Because you can't put a label on greatness. You know, it's like, why say LeBron is the greatest? Because he can do this, this, and this, and this, and this, while Kobe can do this, this, and this, and this, and you know, it's just like everyone has their unique skills, and who like, yeah, you can make the argument on who would I want taking the last shot of the NBA Finals, Game 7. It's tied. It's 105 to 105. 2 seconds left on the clock. It's just like, to be honest, you know, I'm picking a big man who can score inside the paint. You know, because I mean, yeah, you could have someone make a three, but if there's 2 seconds on the clock, right? I mean, you're going to overtime. So if he misses, if he, you know, if let's say I got Shaq in the paint, right? Bounce pass to him. I mean, he's most likely making that basket. You know, there's no. Shaq is such an amazing player. Again, I'm not trying to beat Ryan. I don't want you to think that I'm like, oh, Shaq is so great, Shaq is this, Shaq is that, LeBron is that. No, I'm not saying that. I think LeBron is an amazing basketball player, and you know, and so is Kobe, so is Jordan, so is many, Steph Curry, James Harden, Giannis. I respect Giannis's game, and especially how far he's come from when he first came into the league. I think that comment that James Harden made about Giannis was a little far, but I do understand that when when Giannis and LeBron were picking players for the 2020 All-Star game. I mean, Giannis did say, "I want someone who passed me the ball." Well, understandably, I mean, James Harden is, in a sense, a ball hog, but in previous years he has done very good, and in his three-point shot and everything, and I just think his game fell off this year. And I don't want to say it's the inclusion of Russell Westbrook, but people know how to stop him now. So the game is always evolving. So if you're gonna try and perfect something, make sure that like it's something that like is gonna be able to evolve. You know, James Harden only drives on his left side, so if he's taking the ball to the rack every time on his left side, they're gonna know that they could stop that. You know, I watched a couple of videos, and it was just like what teams such as like the Bucks and you know, other teams have done to stop James Harden. And once you figure that out, it's so much easier to just, okay, well, he's either gonna shoot or drive. He doesn't really have that much of a mid-range shot. Again, don't quote me. This is just what I feel as though is true. There's so many underwater things. Oh yeah, let's go. Oh, gold though. I just feel though James Harden is an amazing basketball player. I think he will one day make it to the Hall of Fame. I think him, Russell Westbrook, are a really good duo. I like the new era of duos. You know, because back in the day there was Kobe, there was Kobe and Shaq, LeBron and D Wade. You know, and those were great duos. I did this one wrong. And now, and you know, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and there's just so many great players in our league today that it's just like awesome duos that are becoming like I would say um Lonzo and Zion are a good duo, and there's even trios. I mean, it was more back last year. There were trios with the Splash Brothers, but still, I mean, the game is ever changing. You know, I mean, Vince Carter, when he was born, the three-point line wasn't even in the NBA yet. I mean, imagine that. And do I think there will ever be a four-point line? Yes, because eventually people are going to be taking shots from the other three-point line with the amount of range that keeps increasing. And, you know, I'm exaggerating my point a little bit there, but not by a drastic amount am I exaggerating it. Due to the fact that, like, players do really shoot from crazy far away. And, you know, you got Logo Lillard. I think that's what they call him. I really don't freaking know. And it's just like, it's just, I don't know. I just really like basketball and how it's like an ever-changing game. Baseball, you hit the ball, and then that's it. Like, obviously, players have, you know, changed. I mean, you look at Babe Ruth, and then you look at, like, I don't know, this is like Bryce Harper. I mean, they're two, like, crazy different players. You look at, you know, or A-Rod and Babe Ruth. It's just like, it was a different game back then. I'm sure, you know, if you looked at, like, if you were probably able to figure out how fast someone pitched a ball, it was probably a lot slower than they pitch today. You know, there's a lot more training that goes into sports nowadays than it did back then. And, I mean, Babe Ruth was not, like, a skinny guy. I don't even think he was healthy. You know, but it was just like that era was not, it wasn't where they were like all about fitness like this era is. And I just, you know, this era is more of like a strength era, if you want, per se. Because even if you look at NBA players from now and then back then, I mean, NBA players used to all look like Manute Bol. I mean, they used to all be super skinny, except for, you know, a few of them. I think like Clyde Drexler and, you know, a couple other players, but that was pretty much it. Like, especially if you go back in the old days where it was like they used to play in black and white. Like, it's just they were like stick figures, and it's because of, you know, how tall they were and how it's like, you know, you can't really build muscle like on the amount of length back then because there wasn't really any studies on stuff like that. But yeah, that's how I feel. No, let me know your guys' opinions down in the comments below. I think I'm gonna start heading topside soon. I like my little basketball quote-unquote rant, I guess you could say I had there. Let me know if you guys like me talking about basketball and, you know, like my interests and stuff like that. I feel like it makes, like, you know, gives me something to talk about. So if you guys like it, then I don't mind talking about it. Like when I guess I could go a little longer. I got 10 minutes. Like when I was younger, I wasn't really into cars. Going back to, like, you know, one of my interests. But my dad likes cars. Like, he's I wouldn't say he's like a supercar guy, but he's, you know, he used to work on cars. And I feel as though when, you know, I took a little I don't want to say inspiration. I don't think inspiration is the correct word. I took, you know, I think I was trying to, you know, just enjoy a hobby that my dad liked so I could relate to him. Again, I don't mean it as like I couldn't relate to my dad. I couldn't even like talk to him. I just mean it as like, you know, something that I could, you know, start conversations with. And then I actually really fell in love with it. Like, I like sports cars and, you know, muscle cars. I feel like every car guy is obviously always gonna want, like, oh yeah, like, that's a nice Prius right there. But you know, everyone has their different tastes and everyone likes things differently. You know, if you like a Prius, go out and buy a Prius. But I'm more of a muscle car guy. My dad likes muscle cars too. He likes Camaros and stuff like that. I honestly, I know it's not a muscle car, but I like Smokey and the Bandit, the Trans Am Screaming Chicken. That is just 1970. Oh, it's just so nice. Like I forgot what it's called. With the split roof. That's just so nice to me. It's just like, it's such a nice slimming body, and it's like, I like the it's kind of like got like a similar body to it, the Corvette Stingray. I mean, it's just so nice. Just like the body of it. It's just like so. It's like you don't see cars like that nowadays, in my opinion. You know, so it's just like, it's different and it's cool and it's hip, as the cool kids say these days. So I like things that are out of the norm, I guess you could say, because it's just a nice aspect of Fuck, I'm gonna fall in lava. Whoa, that was bad. It's just like a nice subtle thing. Alright, I'm gonna start heading topside. Oh, let me know down in the comments what kind of cars you guys like. Now. I don't know how to get out here. Alright guys, well while I'm trying to figure out how to get out, I hope this is the right way. It's this way. Not this way. Alright, well as I try to figure out how to get out of here, I want to thank you guys, you know, just a nice little 30-minute mind session, because, you know, like I said, I felt bad for not posting the other day. I want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure to check out the live stream tonight, because, you know, your boy's going live. We're doing a nice little episode. Probably going to explore the world a little more. We did find a village last episode over there. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all later. This is the awkward part where I stop.